we just want to talk a little bit about how the adults behave in an attention autism session. So this is one of the Attention Autism Strategies. It could be that you decide to have a go at running an attention autism session. You watch a bit on the iPad, and then you think, right, I'll have a go at that, and that puts you in the role of the leading adult, which is fantastic. And you give that a go, so you sit opposite your child, so the child would sit there, you sit here, and you do your bucket or your box and all your wonderful activities in front of your child for your child to watch. Or it could be that you would prefer to watch the sessions that you can find on YouTube and watch them with your child, so that you're watching them at the same time and you're sharing the experience, but you're doing it in a slightly different role. When you're sharing the experience by watching at the same time as your child, you're in the role of what we call the supporting adult. So we'd just like to talk a little bit about that. So Lindsay, if you wouldn't mind coming, sitting here, pretending to be a child, okay? So I'll be the mum and you be the child, okay? And it's very tempting for me as the mum to go, look, can you see that? What colour is it? What colour is it? What colour is that? Can you see that? Did you do that at school? Is to talk to the child and to ask a lot of questions. That's very tempting. But actually what we want you to do is to be completely fascinated by what's happening in the session that you're watching together. Oh. And in that way you're modelling, how your body looks, how your face looks, what your voice might sound like when you're watching something and enjoying it. And if your child looks at you when you're concentrating on the screen, they can see that you're watching it as well, okay? And very often the child will then look in the same direction as you. Whereas if I go, Lindsay, look, Lindsay, look, it's quite difficult for Lindsay to know whether to look at me or the television screen. And this is called a direct prompt, okay? And we want to try and avoid those in the session. So we're going to just try and share the session and enjoy it together by both looking and experiencing the same thing at the same time. And then if I hear Lindsay using her voice and she likes what she's seeing, I might copy it. And we might have a moment of shared attention where we look at each other and then we look back at the screen. Or if Lindsay was able to talk, she might say something.
It's a chicken.
It's a chicken. And again, you get that moment of shared connection, but you just pick it up and then you focus straight back on the television. You don't get involved in, yes, it's a chicken. We saw one when we went to the farm. You remember, it's a chicken. It's a chicken. It's a chicken. Do you remember what a chicken lays? Okay, you don't get into a one-to-one conversation. You get back focused on the screen. And then at the end of the session, you and your child have both watched the same thing at the same time, and that gives you a shared context. And it's those moments of shared context, those are the places where communication and social interaction flourish naturally. And it's a really good way to start. Thank you.